Okay, we're going to start laying on some opaque white. I've reduced it with 4101 Createx, about 30%. Excuse the arm being in the way. What I'm not looking for is spaghetti, so we need to give the flames some whips and some tails, and I'm gradually layering it up rather than trying to get a heavy fill of white. You can be as random as you like. Bear in mind that flames don't really have any symmetry. This is just the first stage. Keep building on the edge of the tails and try to get your little whip-offs nice and tight. Moving in now with a flame shield. We're just going to tighten up the base of the flames. If you look at a real fire, you will see this shape going on, but once again it's random, and don't use the same piece of shield for every single one, or you'll end up with all the flames looking the same and it'll be pants. Once you've done that, move in with the white and start to brighten things up around the base of the flames, around the eyeballs. You're probably looking in total 20-30 times you're going to hit the white. The gun I'm using is an Evolution Duo, set up with 0.2mm nozzle. It's a cracking gun. I've tried many other types, but this thing's a bit of a Trojan horse. It never lets me down. Make sure you don't get tip dry while you're doing your touching up. What I tend to do to stop tip dry is I have a piece of card next to me and I'll just give it full pull back on the needle every couple of minutes, and it gets some wet paint coming through, moistens your tip up a bit. Another method I use is I have some Airbrush cleaner handy and a small paintbrush, and I'll just dip the paintbrush into the cleaner and give the nozzle a wipe, putting away from the artwork, and just give it a quick blow. There's nothing worse than tip dry or a huge piece of dirt coming out while you're spraying. I've moved on now to slightly reduced opaque yellow, exotic transparent yellow. The idea is to bring a bit of colour into the flames. Unfortunately this is on black card, it's very absorbent and the colour doesn't stand out. This is only stage one of the skull. If I was working on a motorcycle tank or a car bonnet, the yellow would really stand out. I'm spraying all of the white. With the colour being transparent, it won't show up on anything but the white, so you don't need to cut in and worry about where it's hitting the black. If it does give it a little bit of a haze, we can move in later. I have a gun handy set up with some reduced black in it for fine tuning. I'm now hitting it with some 20% reduced transparent red oxide. They're all Createx paints. Now the red oxide I can put around the base of the flames and it should only show up orange on the bright colours like the white and the yellow. Once again, it won't show up on the black. Basically once that's laid down, I can tune it in with the black, and that's it for stage one of the skull. I hope you enjoyed this. It's basic beginner stuff, and I'm trying to fit all these videos into a 5-minute framework, so there's very little cutting occurred. Tune in next time for stage 2.